Hey guys, my name is Cindy. This is another episode that we are going to talk about divorce and separation and how it affects children. And on our last topic, we talked about supporting kids' talent, and we had a guest over, Caroline. So this time it's actually not a guest. As you can see, she's someone from the previous episodes, and I'll let her introduce herself again.
Hello viewers, I'm Carol. We have been together in the last episode on our kids' talents and how to support them, and this is yet another episode of how divorce or separation affects our children. So welcome as we get along to know more about how this issue in the family affects our children negatively. Of course, when there is a divorce or separation, it is a negative impact to our children.
Yeah, thank you so very much, Caroline. I'm so happy that you're with me today again. Today I just want to tackle this issue called divorce. I've heard it outside there at TCB, my parents are divorced, or rather my parents are separated. I want to explain to me the meaning of divorce and separation.
Oh, Cindy, it is indeed saddening. When you hear the word divorce, it's not a joy.
It's not a joy.
When you hear of separation, it is not a joy. And in the world that we're living in the society that we live in today, this thing is rampant in families. And it's my desire that we need to work out ways how to stop it. Yeah, because in real sense, it's not even the will of God. It is the will of God that parents abide together. We raise our children together. Lakini hatuna budi. Ikitokea, we need to square it and get something positive out of it. So, Cindy, divorce means a break, to break apart. To cease from, or it is a disconnection. It is a disconnection between people who once loved one another. And as I've said, it is indeed saddening. It's not a good thing in the family. And divorce comes up as a result of various reasons. We can't blame one party or the other. At the end of the day, both parties are the best that can explain the cause of it. So separation can be maybe for a while, and maybe parents can reconcile, but divorce is legal.
So what you're trying to tell me is that divorce is kind of a permanent issue, and the separation can be temporary?
It can be.
Okay. Sawa. So these parents, or rather individuals who are divorcing or separating, it leads to affecting their children. And,
very much.
It not only affects the children psychologically, but it also affects them emotionally, how they are, their self-esteem tends to lower. It also affects them academically, I've heard, and it also affects them health-wise. I just want you to talk about how are these divorce and separations affecting children psychologically?
Cindy, divorce and separation affects children in various ways. In various ways. If these are school-going children, it affects the academics at a very high level. And if it's not addressed on time, it can cause a lot of havoc. Hakika inaweza haribu watoto kabisa. Imagine, because I explained that it is a break. Something that was people who were once united, because there was a union between father and mother, and then they got these children. So a union between parents and their children, it is now broken. So the one who suffers most is this child. The child or the children. So kama ni mtoto ambaye anaenda shule, it's so much it's into the academics, kwa sababu huyu mtoto anakaa anajihurumia, anajiuliza maswali.
And they feel like it's their fault or something.
They are abandoned. Tulikuwa tunaishi vizuri. Sasa mama akaenda wapi? Maybe when it happens, unapata mama anaweza enda akaolewa kwingine, labda aende na hawa watoto. Labda baba akamuoa mke mwingine akamleta nyumbani.
And the fact that some parents cannot even go ahead and explain to children like, you know what, your mother and me, we are no longer together. I'm bringing someone over, and they just like expect the children to adapt to them.
Yes.
You know?
So it is, the parent tends to think, this is in my docket. I am the final decision maker. So hamna la kusema. This is my wife. This is my. So kaeni hapo, so mmepikiwa, mmefanya nini? Sometimes you find that some of us parents, we tend to be so arrogant to our children, mpaka unaanza kumwambia kuhusu vile mama yenu hakufanya hivi. So a child coming from such a family, unapata kwamba hata masomo anaathirika vibaya sana. Because akili ziko, kama ni mama yangu hayuko. And you never know, because wale wanawake ambao wanakuja mahali ambapo kulikuwa na mke mwingine akaenda, the woman who is not a mother to this child, sorry for this, many a times hawa watoto hawatunzwi vizuri. I stand to be corrected many times, especially as ladies. Mtu hata tunza mtoto ambaye si wake vizuri. That happens.
It happens a lot.
There are so many cases, but the children are being molested, and how do you expect a child who is molested to perform in school? So you find that the performance goes down, the grades lower. Such a thing, you find this child is withdrawn. So it affects academics so much, and it needs to be addressed urgently. So another area also that this issue, divorce and separation, affect the children is the child tends to lack interest in taking part in social activities. Mtoto wa aina hii ametoka kwa boma ambalo wazazi wameachana. Huyu mtoto ana mawazo mengi. So this child feels guilty.
And also I realize some of them, they tend to be so antisocial. They can't socialize.
They want to stay alone. Let somebody questions, mbona hivi na hivi. They want to be by themselves and for themselves. So mtoto wa aina hii hataki mpata mahali even wenzake wanacheza, yeye hayupo, because there is something this child is dealing with that has not been addressed. Ana mambo ambayo yanamsumbua. Kwa hivyo hata ule mchezo anaona sasa, so who am I, anauliza sasa nitacheza nao.
They feel like
na hao wametoka kwao. They feel like maybe they are not, there is that feeling of what, that denial. Hawajikubali kwa sababu they feel there is no one there for them. Also watoto kama hawa, there is also another problem that they face. They find it hard to adapt to challenges. Any child from a family where the parents are divorced, they don't adapt to changes easily. Kwa sababu wacha tuseme vile tusema, huyu ni mama mwingine. Huyu mama kabla ajifunze tabia za huyu mtoto, na huyu mtoto kabla ajifunze mienendo ya huyu mama mwingine, ama this other foster father, it takes time. And there is also that comparison. Yule baba yangu alikuwa hivi, yule mama yangu alikuwa, you see, are you getting the point? Mtoto baba yangu alikuwa anafanya hivi, huyu hawezi. Oh, this one is doing this, why wasn't my father able to do? Are you getting the point? Sing a hope.
We are together.
We are together. So such children, they find it hard to adapt to changes.
If I told you find a child like they're finding it hard to adapt to those challenges or what they are facing, what can you do about it? Because maybe they are young, ni watoto wadogo, they don't even know how to approach you and tell you like, I'm going through this and this and I feel like this and this. So how would you like want to help such a child mwenye hata hajui venye anafaa kujisaidia?
Indeed, it's a challenge. Because remember, this is a family issue. So we need to be cautious before you step in to address anything, or before you want to know more, because huyu mtoto labda ameambiwa nisipate, labda anafanywa vituko, na labda huyu mzazi mwenye yuko alafu afike mahali anaambiwa nikupate. You see there is that warning, this child is under threat. Nikupate umeambia mtu. So it really calls for a lot of wisdom and there's a lot of wisdom and insight to address such an issue. It is not easy kwa sababu swali la kwanza utampataje? Si ndio mtoto ni mtoto wa mtu, utampata aje? And unless maybe utakaa chini vizuri, and we need also to ask God to give us the wisdom and the words to use. Na huyu mtoto pia tujue labda has this child attained that age ya kuweza ukimwambia I have talked to you about this and that, usirudi tena useme wapi? Kule nyumbani, because if it is maybe a place like school, labda huyu mzazi ajue ya kwamba pengine mwalimu anafuatilia sana, anataka kujua nini, labda mzazi atatokea aseme this is a what? This is a personal issue. This is what? This is a family secret. You see, you get the point. Yeah, so it really calls for a lot of insight and also wisdom.
And as much as we are focusing on those small children, me as an adult, when of course anyone out there, when you hear that your parents are divorced or separated, like sometimes it can push you to depression. Like actually you have been with your parents like almost all your life, then you just hear from abrupt like now we are no longer together, we are going to like mom's house, mom's dad's place, and dad is having another woman over. You know, as adults it can also affect us.
It does, and it does. So what I can say, Cindy, is you are of age. Let's say you are an adult. So it is better somebody to sit you down and speak to you, because many a times parents, we don't want to explain to our children. We want them to see how things are and get used to the system.
Or rather assume.
This is what I mean. Mama yako alienda. So si una haumuoni. What is it? And here I am. Nimeleta mke mwingine. So accept this as your mother. So I think in divorce cases, as a father or as a mother, that which separated you, because I said it is a separation, that which made you cease to be husband and wife, when our children are of age, we are supposed to sit them down. You tell them now, I think for some time, or maybe recently, this is what happened between your dad and I, or maybe between your mom and I. There are some things maybe you won't point out, but uambie watoto yenyewe. But before even before it happens, there is a way I think we can solve. But when it gets to the worst, tell the children the real thing, what caused it. Wacha mtoto digest. Make these children your friends. Usiwaambie when you are so harsh, because it will hurt them the more. Yes? Wataumia sana. Jaribu kuwakalisha chini, because there are some societies whereby the children go with the mother away, and there are some men who say, kama unaenda mimi watoto wangu unafanya nini? Wacha nikae na wao. I will educate them. Watakula, hawatakosa. You see that? So you need your mother. She's not there for you. Haya, baba ndio huyu. So that family unit, it is not complete. Haijakamilika. Unaelewa? So watoto wakalishwe chini. Tell them kile ambacho kilifanya muachane.